Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority app guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 169, so let's get started. Niantic and Starbucks have announced a collaboration. Over the course of the coming weeks, 7,800 Starbucks locations will be turned into either a Poke-Gym or a Poke-Stop. This comes just a couple of weeks after a similar Sprint deal saw 10,000 stores join the ranks of Poke-Stops or gyms. Additionally, Starbucks will begin selling a Pokemon Go Frappuccino. This is just in time for the massive December update that promises more Pokemon along with more features. Pandora has finally announced a relative release date for their Pandora Premium service. For those who don't know, the service is going to be a lot like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play Music, and others. It'll have on-demand access to a larger music library, playlists, and a whole lot more while still having some of the features of the original app. Pandora is launching the service sometime in early 2017, and we don't know how much it'll cost yet, but we're guessing it'll be the standard $9.99 like most services. Google Play is reportedly testing a new and separate apps and games section in the Google Play Store. Currently, both of them are in more or less the same spot. Earlier this year, Google started removing the games from the apps section in the top charts. This seems to be a natural continuation of that effort. We don't know if it's rolling out to everybody or if it's just an A/B test, but it would be really nice if it did. A while back, Sony said that they could be getting into the mobile gaming fray. This week, they officially announced that they were working on 10 mobile games. ForwardWorks will be developing and releasing all 10 games. For those who don't know, that's a company that Sony set up specifically to make mobile games based on PlayStation IP. The release date is set for 2017 for all 10 games. In a surprise twist, Square Enix will also be collaborating on a game with Sony early next year. Google has officially opened up Google Home for application development. The platform should allow developers to integrate new voice commands into their apps to make it compatible with Home. A few developers are already working on it, including Yahoo, Domino's, CNBC, and a few others. Google will also be adding in additional features over time. Some examples are the ability to purchase things or book things like airplane flights. The cult classic courtroom sim from Capcom has finally hit Android. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney was released this last week to critical acclaim. The game is the fourth in the series, which is a bit odd, but it isn't that big of an issue. It has been faithfully ported with all of the gameplay of the original. The controls have, of course, been adapted to mobile for easier play. It costs exactly one arm and one leg at $15.99, but there are no in-app purchases. PayPal Business was quietly released by PayPal this last week. As the name implies, the application was made for business owners. It has a variety of business-oriented features, including the ability to manage invoices, send invoices, transfer money, access customer information, and you can even manage sales and account activity. It has a simple design that is quite easy to use. It's also completely free. You can do a lot worse than this if you run a business out of PayPal. Dawn of Titans is a new strategy game. Okay, it's not exactly new, it was actually soft-launched a few months ago. The game was officially launched earlier this week. The game shares a lot of mechanics with other large-scale war games and strategy games. The difference is that this one actually looks pretty good. You can build and command a giant army that you'll have fighting against massive titans. It has the usual array of stuff, including daily quests, events, and campaigns that you can engage with. It's a freemium game, but it's worth a shot if you don't hate those. Trusted Contacts is a new application from Google that tells other people your location. Thankfully, it's only when you want it to. The application works by allowing you to define a number of trusted contacts. Those people can then request your location at will. If you don't respond in a reasonable time frame, the application will let them know where you are. It's great for emergency situations, natural disasters, and especially for families. It's also completely free. Bully was originally released by Rockstar Games all the way back in 2006. Like its Grand Theft Auto titles, it received its fair share of controversy but had a loyal cult following anyway. Now the game is on Android. For those who have never played, it's an open-world adventure game where you play as a kid. Your goal is to complete various missions, go to class, and engage in various other activities. It's relatively inexpensive at $6.99, but it has no in-app purchases. For even more Android apps and games news, releases, and updates, check out this week's newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. There you'll find a whole bunch of information that we didn't have the space for here. You can also sign up for the newsletter using the form which is in the written companion, which is also linked in the video description below, and we'll send it out every single Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out the Android Authority app for even faster updates. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to watch more, we have Jace's latest Android news video linked up there on the screen and in the video description below. Don't forget to check out that newsletter and keep it tuned to Android Authority because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.